Hey everybody, it's Jimmy and Bill. So today's video is about, let's talk about Florida, okay? We have hurricanes here. We just got hit with a hurricane. We have freaking unbelievable cost of homeowners insurance. We have car insurance that's unbelievable. The property taxes aren't that low. And the housing cost is still super expensive in some areas. So why are people still moving here? So I looked at some statistics and it was incredible how many people are moving here till this day. They're still moving here.
I know.
So like basically the last 10 inspections, I would say 8, maybe 9 of them were from out of state. And I would say out of those, I would say 5 of them are from New York, believe it or not.
Wow. Okay.
And the reason why is I always ask them, hey, where you guys from? Because I'm from New York too. So, you know, we start chatting and a lot of them are from Long Island, from where I'm from too. So it's crazy. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what's causing everybody to still move to Florida, even with all the problems we have in Florida. Like I said, hurricanes, car insurance, homeowners insurance, cost of homes, property taxes. They're not cheap, you know. I'll give you an example, you know. I know some people that just bought a house and the first year their property taxes were like $3 grand. And now they're adjusting. Everybody got their final adjustments on the taxes. And again, if it gets accepted, they're going from like $3 grand to like 10 grand. Can you explain a little bit about that, Bill?
Yeah, so in your first year when you buy a house, Florida pays taxes in the rears. Our property taxes are paid in the rears. So when you buy a house, you're going to basically get a credit from the seller for their escrowed property taxes for the portion of the time during the year that they own the property. And then you're going to escrow the remaining amount because we pay in the rears. So the following year of ownership will be the new tax base, everything going forward from the sale date.
Okay, so basically, but what is that based on? What they're buying the house for?
Correct, so somewhat.
All right.
It's somewhat based on what they're buying the house for because you've got a taxable value,
right,
which is really close to what the house was purchased for. It's the good round number. But you also have homestead exemption that you can apply for if it's your primary residence. Okay.
So basically, if somebody bought the house 10, 15 years ago and they paid $200 for it, and then they sold it for $600, that's what, because a lot of people are shocked by, I mean, literally, I talk to people like, what the hell happened? You know, my taxes were $3 grand and now they're 10 grand.
Right, because we have, save our homes here in Florida, so you can't increase taxes by more than 3% at any given time. So in your example, the 200,000 to 600,000, somebody owned a house 25 years.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big, because of all the equity that's been grown over those 25 years, that's where that price differential comes from. And unfortunately, that's the way the system works. And when we advertise a property, whether it be on a forward facing or in the MLS, which is what we all use, and some of our property listings we send you, it's going to be on the taxable year.
Right. Totally understand. But even with all these things happening, and people are aware of it, they're watching YouTube videos and all that stuff, and they're still buying. So let's go down some of the reasons why people ignore all those things and they're just buying. They don't care.
Right. Well, if you have to buy a house, you buy a house.
Yeah. Well, one of the biggest things, people from New York and New Jersey, Connecticut, pretty much the Northeast, when they're coming down here, a lot of them are selling houses that are $1 million.
Right.
So they're coming down here and they're buying a house for $500,000-$600,000. So it's a 40-50% discount.
Yeah, technically. So property values are obviously way higher up in New York in certain areas, and then you come down here, and then the comparable between the two is different. While we as Floridians may feel that the properties have gone through the roof, when you're coming from a different area that's got a higher land value, property value.
Right.
It doesn't
So they're
feel
like,
so bad.
oh yeah, I'm moving to Florida. Oh, the property taxes are $8,000. Hey, that's good. Up in Long Island, I'm paying $14,000.
Right. State tax, you know, which we don't have.
And yeah, one of the reasons, you know, that people are just leaving and coming here from there are because we don't, you just said it, we don't have an income tax here.
Right.
So, because I asked these people, I was like, why are you moving here? You know, I don't think it's jobs so much. You know, one of the things they tell me is they're just tired of the weather. You know, you know, in New York, you know, October, November, sometimes it's just dark and gloomy, and other areas of the Northeast too.
Right.
In Florida, okay, in the summer, I admit it's freaking hot as hell.
It's hot.
June, July, August is freaking hot, but you can't beat the winters here.
No, we have very, very mild winters. You know, January, February might get a few cool months, but you know, if you're coming from up north or anywhere in a colder climate, you'll laugh when we think it's cold.
Yeah. So that's probably one of the main reasons why people are telling me they're moving here. Well, two main reasons: no income tax, a friendly business climate. You know, because people keep saying this, friendly business climate. You know, and the weather. So, what other one you got? Why they're moving here?
So, by definition, we're a retirement state. You know, everybody kind of.
Do you still think we're a retirement state?
I don't know.
We did
I still think we're getting 50-50 on that.
So we did a video that Florida is not the #1 retirement state anymore. But
right.
Check that video. Maybe I'll post it below so you guys can check it out. But go ahead, talk about it.
Yeah. So I mean, what I mean by like a retirement state, and you know, yes, there's going to be some new up and comers. I get it, and everything kind of switches year to year. But you know, we have a moderate climate here. You know, as far as cold goes, yes, like it's hot during the summer, but you know, we do have a moderate climate here. It's a little bit more of a relaxed environment here versus coming from a really, really big city.
True.
You know, there's easy access to activities. We have a lot more daylight year round than some of the other areas, you know, or even living in a big city.
When I go to New York in dead of winter, you know, after December 21st, which is the darkest day, by the way, it's true. You know, when I go to New York and, you know, after December 21st, it gets dark at 4:30, you know, especially when we go to New Hampshire to go visit my wife's family. It's like 4:10, 4:15, it's getting dark and it's still daylight here. So that's a big thing, and they're trying to pass it, the daylight savings time, to keep it.
Right.
So I don't know if that will ever pass, but they're trying. So yeah, it is. It's just more for retirement.
Yeah, there's activities outdoor. You know, if you've got more light, more temperate weather, you can do a lot more outdoor activities.
You can golf all year round?
Oh yeah, yeah, you can definitely golf all year round. There's a few cold months where you don't necessarily want to be out on the water, but I mean, otherwise, you know, it's completely the polar opposite. You know?
Pretty much you can fish all year round. We fish all year round.
Yeah, we fish all the time.
You know, we don't want winter coats or anything.
No.
We just drive the boat a little bit slower.
That's right. Yeah, maybe throw on a jacket while we are moving, but once you stop, you know, you just have to layer it up here in Florida.
Yeah, and the fish start moving in when the water gets colder too. Yep. So anyway, on that one, that's the big thing. So basically, retirement.
Yeah.
What else you got?
So a couple other things would be, you know, entertainment, because we do have more of a temperate environment.
Oh yeah.
There's more entertainment and things to do outdoors or even indoors, but we have a lot of venues here to go and just do concerts, you know, parks, tons of golf. So, you know, we have parks and just different things. There's just a lot of activities.
Yeah, I mean,
here.
they even do spring training here. You know, the Yankees do spring training here.
Yep.
The Phillies do
it.
You know, do it here.
We got hockey. We've got soccer. You know, we've just got a lot of different professional sports, semi-professional sports, and you know, just outdoor activities in general.
So, I mean, if you really think about it, you know, like I did a video, New York versus Florida. And, you know, one of my biggest things I miss from New York is that the actual food. I think the food is 100 times better in New York than it is in Florida.
I'll give you that.
But if you start weighing in everything else, I mean, Florida, even with our problems, it sounds pretty good.
Yeah. like, and in like food, I get it, you know, but if you really look around, you can find some great little small, like mom and pop type shops, non-franchised, that have fantastic food, you know. But I'll give you that. The food up north is amazing.
Let's go back to Florida's problems real quick.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, what do you think is going to happen with the insurance? Is it going to be just one big state-run program?
Who knows? Who knows? Like we've been through. I'm a Floridian. I grew up here, so
yeah.
We've been through this before, which was why we saw the birth of Citizens.
Yeah, but I mean, has it been this bad?
It was pretty bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is not the first time we've had this. It could be debatable as to which one's worse, which one's not, but I mean, we've been down this road before, and things calm down, but like everything, prices are just going up, 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 and up, and they can only go up so much.
But I want your opinion. I mean, do you think people are going to... I mean, I know people move out of Florida, you know?
Of course.
And I know, but I still look at the facts that more people are moving in than moving out.
Right.
So, you know, we have a gain. I mean, do you think it's going to reverse? And I want everybody else's opinion. Comment below.
Yeah.
You know, do you guys think that Florida will be still a destination for everybody to go to, including Texas? What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think we're stopping.
No, huh?
No, I mean, we haven't stopped in the last 20, 30 years. What makes it, you know what I mean? Why would we stop now?
I mean, did we have any time that Florida was losing population?
Not that I know of off the top of my head. I mean, I could be wrong on that. I have to really look at those numbers, but I can't think of any time that we were losing people more than we were gaining in the long run. Because just watching growth here, you know, roads are getting expanded, housing developments are getting done, you know, that stuff's not stopping.
Yeah, but it's getting more expensive. I do feel bad for the people that grew up in Florida and they just can't, afford it, like they used to, because I mean a lot of out-of-state money coming.
Right. And that's what's really hurt, because we have this shift. Basically, I kind of describe it as we took the wealth of America and then we shook everything, and everything kind of just spread around, and it dramatically changed Florida quickly.
Right. I mean, a lot of people can't afford homes.
It's the truth. They're still out there. I mean, everybody talks about interest rates and things, but at the end of the day, if you do need a house, you end up buying a house. You find a way.
Right. I mean, we did videos on that stuff too,
right,
on what to do to, could help you, buy a house. But at the end of the day, there's going to be people moving to Florida. I don't see it stopping either.
No.
But it's amazing. Out of every inspection I do, pretty much they're from out of state. Yeah. And I'm still doing inspections with people that haven't even seen the house in person.
Wow.
I did 3 of them like that in the past 2 weeks. I literally had to do a video call at the end of my inspection to show them around. I said, "What did you think when you were here?" "Well, I never seen it before." I'm flying in after your inspection. If you say it's good, I'm going to fly in and check it out.
Kind of makes sense, I guess, to an extent. Not something that I don't know if I'd ever do that. That would be stressful.
Yeah, that would be stressful and everything. But anyways, I want everybody's comments on this stuff, and do me a favor, if you like this kind of content, consider subscribing. It really helps out the channel. I mean, do you have anything closing?
No, I mean, I don't think we're slowing down. It doesn't look like we're slowing down. The developers are still developing. There's redevelopment constantly. Roads are getting expanded. I just drove down some roads today that I hadn't been down, like US 19. In the Clearwater Palm Harbor area, it's getting widened up. Yeah. So it's, to handle the extra congestion. Same thing, 52 up northern Pasco County is the same thing. They're expanding the roads and developing new subdivisions. So, I just don't see it stopping anytime soon. We're so far behind in inventory based off of the American population that
true.
I just don't see it stopping, and that's just a hard fact. That's not an opinion. We are grossly behind in inventory because the generations are becoming homeowner age, you know, they've graduated college. They've got a job.
And people aren't giving up the 3% rates, so yet, you know, so inventory is low.
Yeah, I mean, there's other factors involved with that too, you know, but at the end of the day, I just don't see it stopping because we are, you know, in that inventory shortage for sure.
Okay. Anyways, that's today's video. I greatly appreciate it as always. And please comment below and tell me, why are people still moving to Florida? You know, and why are people moving out? Maybe you're a Floridian and you're like, okay, I'm out of here. Tell us that too.
Right, exactly.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Thank you and have a great day. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
See you soon.